Some engines leave a mark on history. Others leave a trail of frustration, repairs, and regret. But there's a rare few, the engines that almost get it perfect. Engines that year after year, start every time, glide effortlessly across the water, and make you forget you're even looking at a machine. These are the outboards that boaters whisper about. The motors that make long trips effortless. The ones that perform under pressure, in cold mornings or during sudden storms. According to consumer surveys, boating magazines, and decades of owner reports, these engines are as close to flawless as the marine world has ever seen. We're not talking about the fastest, flashiest engines. We're talking about reliability, craft, and trust. The kind of trust you feel when you push off the dock, knowing this machine will take you back safely, mile after mile. Today we'll explore 7 outboard motors that came this close to perfection. Engines every boater dreams of, yet very few truly own. Seven. Honda BF90, the quiet achiever. There's a reason Honda doesn't just dominate cars. Their outboards are almost obsessive in their engineering. The BF90 is a quiet, precise motor that hums instead of roars. Imagine a misty morning, the lake like glass, and you fire up a BF90. The engine comes alive with a gentle vibration, not a harsh kick. Multi-port fuel injection, variable valve timing, and a cooling system designed to run cooler and cleaner. All of it engineered to give the boater confidence. Owners loved it for mid-range thrust, fuel efficiency, and almost non-existent maintenance headaches. Complaints? Some wished for more raw roar at high throttle, but for those who measure perfection in smoothness and reliability, the BF90 comes very close. It's not an engine that dominates the speed charts, but on any ordinary day on the water, it's effortless, dependable, and reassuring. Honda proved that a motor could be nearly invisible and nearly perfect at the same time. Six. Suzuki DF70A, the reliable workhorse. If Honda is precision, Suzuki is dependability. The DF70A isn't flashy, it doesn't scream for attention. But decades of boater reports show it starts, runs, and returns home, day after day, hour after hour. With dual overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, and lean burn technology, it's optimized for everyday use. Whether on a small fishing boat or a family pontoon, the DF70A balances lightweight with strong performance. Boaters don't talk about the DF70A in headlines, they talk about confidence, knowing this engine will start after a week in the cold or keep pushing after a long day offshore. No engine is perfect. The DF70A lacks high-end speed. But if your definition of perfection is reliability, consistency, and ease of use, this Suzuki gets remarkably close. 5. Yamaha F70, the all-around champion. Yamaha has always been a master of balance. The F70 isn't the fastest, and it isn't the most powerful, but it does almost everything else flawlessly. It starts easily in the morning chill, accelerates smoothly, and cruises with little fuss. Boater surveys consistently rank it at the top for owner satisfaction, citing fuel economy, quiet operation, and longevity. There's a reason families, anglers, and weekend adventurers gravitate toward it. The F70 doesn't try to dominate. Instead, it blends reliability, performance, and peace of mind. In boating, that blend is a rare form of perfection. Some competitors outpace it in raw numbers, but the F70's strength lies in how it makes you feel on the water. Safe, confident, and in complete control. 4. Mercury 150 4-stroke, the power-balanced performer. Mercury is synonymous with marine performance, and the 150 4-stroke embodies that heritage. A perfect mid-range engine, it delivers smooth power, smart fuel systems, and corrosion resistance that lets it thrive in harsh saltwater conditions. It's recognized by Consumer Digest and boating magazines for reliability, ease of maintenance, and value. Owners appreciate how it balances everyday usability with real punch, enough to take larger boats across bays and rivers with confidence. Winterization requires care, and fuel consumption isn't ultra-low. But for the boater who values performance without surprises, the Mercury 150 is near perfection. It's an engine that inspires trust, the kind you notice only when you don't have to think about it. 3. Yamaha F150 V6 Classics, the versatile powerhouse. Moving up, Yamaha's F150 and V6 family are beloved by serious boaters. These engines are versatile, strong enough for offshore trips, smooth enough for lakes, and dependable enough to survive thousands of hours. Owners speak of thousands of trouble-free hours and how the engines retain resale value better than most competitors. Throttle response is predictable, torque is plentiful, and weight is manageable. For fishing, cruising, or weekend adventures, the V6 engines are remarkably well-rounded. They may not set drag race records, but they provide what matters most on the water: confidence, consistency, and versatility. In other words, perfection doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes it's silent and reliable, like the Yamaha V6. 2. Suzuki DF200A, the quiet genius. Suzuki's DF200A is a study in precision. An inline 4 engine that delivers V6-like power. It's efficient, lightweight, and smooth, almost eerily so. Boaters rave about acceleration that feels effortless, fuel economy that impresses, and service-free reliability that lasts for years. Lean burn technology and corrosion-resistant finishes make this engine a workhorse for bay boats and center consoles. Critics joked it was too quiet, lacking the raw character of older two-strokes, but in real-world use, it blends power, smoothness, and efficiency in a way that most engines only dream of. It's proof that engineering and careful design can make a motor feel almost alive, responsive, forgiving, and unshakable. 1. Yamaha F425 Big Block Legends, the near-perfect outboard. At the top, we find engines that define the category. Yamaha's F425 and other big block outboards are more than motors. They're statements. These beasts combine massive torque, direct injection, and durability designed to withstand offshore conditions that would cripple most engines. Owners speak of reliability, raw power, and control even after thousands of miles in saltwater and tough conditions. The F425 isn't cheap, and complexity brings higher maintenance if things ever go wrong. Fuel consumption is higher, but for those who want everything, speed, torque, smooth power delivery, and confidence, this engine comes as close to perfection as the marine world has ever produced. It's the engine that earns respect, not because it shows off, but because it performs flawlessly when it matters most. Some engines dominate headlines, others dominate hearts. The ones on this list, they do both. They start on cold mornings. They deliver smooth, reliable power. They survive rough seas, long days, and thousands of hours of abuse. They give you something rare, the confidence that, no matter what, they'll get you home. No outboard is perfect. Every engine has quirks, weaknesses, or trade-offs. But these 7, they came closer than any others. They remind us that in a world of compromise, engineering, craftsmanship, and reliability still matter. And maybe that's the real reason we remember them. Because the right outboard doesn't just move a boat, it moves your summer, your adventure, your life on the water. And when it does it flawlessly, you never forget it. Which of these outboards would you trust to run forever? Or do you have a favorite we missed? Drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe.